Ooh, this is gonna be good.
It's showtime, folks.
Breaking down the best 4 songs. This is Mount Rockmore.
Don't think it's yours just because you marked it with your urine.
Hola! What's up, rock shafts, sheetrockers, and the bedrock of Rockmore Nation? I am Bauer, ready to lead you up another climb to the mountainside where we will pound 4 of the career-defining songs of one of rock and roll's best guitar duos that the world has ever seen. Now, that sounds fascinating to you. Do us a favor. Check out our other Mount Rockmore podcasts at thebowershow.com. Recently, we tackled Billy Squier. We tackled Warrant. We tackled Whitesnake. We tackled the Scorpions. A lot more on the way for you for future Rockmores. But those are all available for you to download at a time where we're, in essence, being quarantined in this country. Hi. Today, a band that seemed to soar to amazing heights, only to later fall to the depths of the prototypical "where are they now?" question. And plenty of bumps and bruises along the way. We'll dig into the where, when, and why, as well as, and this is kind of unique to us today here, we're going to offer you some pretty exclusive material, up close and personal Skid Row specific material in a blast from my radio past. And you'll grab a surface education on our Rockmore focus today, which is a Skid Row Today You Learned. So in case you haven't guessed it so far, Skid Row is our artist du jour today here. And the first thing you need to know is that Skid Row is still out and touring, although Sebastian Bach is no longer singing for them, and we'll get into reasons why later on. But they're still out and touring, and like many other hard-rockin', arena-filling, spandex-wearing bands, they are on a tour this summer. It's called the Big Rock Summer Tour. We'll give you details on that on the way. But first, we got to get to the music. And with Skid Row from New Jersey, you're talking about some fantastic music, top-notch, late 80s, early 90s rock music. And their self-titled album that came out in January of 1989 was an instant success. The recording sold over 5 million albums worldwide. The group went on the road for the next couple of years, opening for Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, Motley Crue. And with that kind of clout, you respectfully get a gimme. You get an extra play-in. And since March Madness has been shelved, this technically would be a solid 16 seed for any number 1 seed to take on. We're talking about the play-in for a Skid Row Mount Rockmore that brings you arguably one of their most popular songs as a play-in. Not even one of the ones we're carving into the face. It's tip-off time. Are you hydrated? Your oxygen tank's filled? Because it's time to climb, motherfucker. Not only will I not be able to satisfy every greasy-haired nose ring with a chain-wearing metalhead, but these insanely limited choices, I'll just leave it at that. They're insanely limited. Here we go. The play-in today on this Mount Rushmore of Skid Row. Dave, the Snake Sabo, says that this song was neither Rachel nor I's favorite song. They didn't want to include it on the album. They wrote a lot of stuff that didn't make it. And at first, this was on the pile to be overlooked. Well, listen, I'm going to let Sebastian Bach tell you the rest of the story from there.
The guys that wrote that didn't really want that on the record. And our manager, Doc, came to a rehearsal, and I go, "You got to hear this song." And I go, "Let's do I Remember You." And I go, they don't want it on the record, but I want you to hear it. So we did it, and Doc was laughing the whole time. I didn't know if he thought it sucked. But at the end of the song, he goes, I go, "What?" He's like, that's on the record.
Lighters aflame, everybody. It's play-in time with the song that taught its writer that he was wrong. I Remember You on the Skid Row Mount Rockmore.
Woke up to the sound of pouring rain. The wind would whisper and I'd think of you. And all the tears you cry, they call my name. And when you need out of me, I came through. Paint a picture of the days gone by, when love went blind and you would
Those vocals are so fucking good. Oh my God. That's a lesson. Speaking of lessons, I had to do a deep dive. And what I mean by that is that I went to YouTube and checked some stuff out. But I did a deep dive on what other people thought of Sebastian Bach's singing, specifically as it pertains to that song, our, again, play-in here on the Mount Rushmore of Skid Row songs. Here's what one vocal coach talked about with his ability to sing.
Yesterday! You know, I'm loving these sort of cries and the vocal dexterity. He has the passion, the range, the fluidity of his voice, the emotional core as well. There is emotionality in this song like you have no idea. I'm sorry, that's patronizing. You're like, you really know it and that's what you're telling me about it. But you feel the energy, the vibrations, the frequencies. It's absolutely beautiful and I love this. It's just passion and it's raw and it's authentic and there's no selfie people, human being phones. And it's just vocals, bands, and the energy and the communication and the relationships between them, and it's fun and it's charismatic and it's what I like and it's live.
So hopefully you didn't do yourself the disservice of trying to keep up with Sebastian Bach's screaming vocals there. More on bass and screamers on the way, but first, let's get to the job at hand here and let us carve the first song into the face of this mountain for Skid Row. The band said it originally had a different set of lyrics, but Rachel then went away and rewrote them, according to Dave the Snake Sabo. At which time, we did Youth Gone Wild. We were in our 20s and wanted a song that would be representative of us. This was it. And wannabe songwriters all across the world realized they wanted to write a song like our first song being hammered into the mountainside. No matter when I hear it, no matter how much of it I hear, this song still gives me goosebumps. The first song on the Skid Row Mount Rockmore goes to Youth Gone Wild.
Kid, another burned out town. I never played by the rules and I never really cared. My nasty reputation takes me everywhere. When I look and see, it's not all I need. Tell me the others have stood where I stand. We are the young, raise your hands. They call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one's for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. A boss screaming in my ear about who I'm supposed to be. I get a three-piece Wall Street smile, and you look just like me. I said, hey man, there's something you wanna know. Well, I'll tell you, Park Avenue leads to Skid Row. Well, I look and see, it's not all I need. We're standing tall, ain't never a doubt. We are the young, so shout it out. They call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild.
Let me rub it against the microphone. Now, hold on. Before you guys get carried away, that's my arm, and those are goosebumps. I'm not doing something filthy and dirty. I'm social distancing, friends. Yeah, those are the goosebumps I still get from Youth Gone Wild. Wild wasn't a big, significant chart hit, but the song charted a couple of times for the band during its initial release in '89, and then again when it was re-released as a single in 1992. So, on the way, I once had the chance to speak with and host Skid Row frontman Sebastian Bach. I'll play a little bit of that later on, and we'll offer up a little Skid Row Today You Learned. So it's knowledge you didn't know you needed about Skid Row. That's all on the way, courtesy of New Jersey, here on Mount Rockmore.
Oh, hi there. I'm Tiger Woods. Over the past couple of days, there's been a lot of speculation about me lying, me not lying, and me lying about not lying. A lot of people say, hey, you're the luckiest guy in the world. You're married to a model. Got beautiful kids. I guess that's enough for an average man. But I'm above average. I'm here to set the record straight. I'm Tiger Woods, and I fuck bitches. There's a lot of dudes that fuck bitches. I fuck the most, and I don't go for the high type either. Oh no, no high class here. I fuck chili waitresses. Sometimes I just go to Big Lots, pick up the biggest girl I can find, get her to call a dog the N-word until I come. I want a tiny midget girl. I'm gonna glue horns to her head. She's gonna ram me like a bull. I want the sloppiest, grossest girl I can get, and I wanna make her jerk off to a dog pooping on a glass table. Then, I make the kid who wrote Chocolate Rain watch that, and if he gets off to it, then I can come. Because that's how complicated I am. I'm Tiger Woods. There's a lot of things I do and I don't do. I don't not win championships, but I do fuck bitches.
Can I get you a drink?
Beer.
Beer? All I've got is Miller High Life.
Well, that's too bad. I was hoping you were going to give me a golden shower.
From the pristine bowels of New York City's East River comes the refreshing taste of Golden Shower Ale. Once you break the seal, you're in luck.
Finally a beer with a natural taste. Let a golden shower trickle on your face.
Hey man, good game.
Yeah, you too. Man, I could really go for a golden shower.
Really? Well, you're in luck.
We recommend you serve Golden Shower at 98.6 degrees. Smooth going down and smooth coming out.
Golden shower.
Golden Shower has the distinct taste you're gonna get used to.
Golden shower.
Thanks for the golden shower.
You're welcome.
Now I want a dirty Sanchez.
Lock her up, powder cup.
Golden Shower Ale. Go ahead, relieve yourself.
Breaking down the best 4 songs. This is Mount Rockmore.
Now, that is on the radio. It will be playing while you drive your children to school. Parents are outraged and are pushing to get this thing yanked or at least limited.
Welcome back to the Mount Rockmore podcast. And if you are loving what we're doing here, this is probably, I mean, it's taken me 12 episodes to do this, but this is probably my favorite, or I don't want to say the favorite podcast because I haven't even finished it yet, but it's certainly the one that I've got I'm most energized about here. Check out our website, thebowershow.com. Follow us on Twitter at MTROCKMORE, at Mount Rockmore. And if your friends have replaced their once blonde sun-in highlights with what I like to call early Alzheimer's gray hair, welcome to the Rockmore crew. Tell your fellow, I remember back in my day when you plugged into a Marshall stack, friends about this podcast, and suggest a band or two you want to see, subject to the very high altitude and very low production quality of Mount Rockmore. So, you're wondering, why Skid Row and Sebastian Bach never reunited? Well, this from YouTube, Sirius XM rock radio god Eddie Trunk can try to spell it out for you.
Because I just think that at the end of the day, they think he's going to become more problems than he's worth. That at the end of the day, that it's going to be way too much drama and way too much to deal with and way too much stress on them. When people get older And those guys are all around my age. So they're all in their mid to early 50s. When people get older, the number one thing they want on the road is no drama and no stress. They want to be friends. They want to have fun at this point in their life. They're not kids anymore. They want to get through the show without any bullshit. And I think that in that instance, they still think of Sebastian as being a bit of a wild card, much to deal with, worried about him maybe drinking too much, worried about him causing problems. I mean, remember when he was in the band, and I don't know if you're old enough to have seen or remembered, but there was a lot that went on around him. You're 100% right in that he was absolutely the star of the band, but there was a lot that went on with him. I mean, there was the bottle throwing incident. There was the T-shirt incident, the thing that said something fags on it that back in the day. They jumped in the crowd. There was mayhem around the guy. But that being said, that actually was also, all of that stuff created a lot of press and a lot of buzz for that band, too. So it's kind of like a two-edged sword.
And this music video was in heavy rotation on MTV, but unfortunately, it wasn't as successful as other Skid Row singles. It has since been covered by Hailstorm in 2011, the German band Metal Rage in 2016. It is song number 3 on the Mount Rushmore of Skid Row songs. This is Slave to the Grind on Mount Rockmore. And aren't we all slave to the grind here on Mount Rockmore? We've got 2 more Skid Row songs. We're halfway through on the Mount Rushmore of Skid Row. But first, time for a little Skid Row Today You Learned.
Today you learn. Today you learn.
It's like after dinner Skid Row trivia for those of you still wanting to see Skid Row live. Today you learned that when people first used the term Skid Row, they were using it to describe a road specifically set up to move or actually skid along the sloping terrain, the recently felled trees from the forest to get them down to the lumber mill. Today you learned Sebastian Bach was fired from Skid Row because he wanted to open for KISS and the band refused. After he was canned, he left the band a voicemail saying that nobody is ever too big to open for KISS. Today you learned that Skid Row's 18 in Life, according to Sebastian Bach, was written about going off to Vietnam and being a young guy in the military. It's weird. I didn't feel like that's what I was getting from it. And today you learned John Bon Jovi's parents were attending a wedding in 1987 when they recommended the wedding singer try out for their son's friend's band. The singer was Sebastian Bach, and the band became known as Skid Row. And that's Today You Learned.
Today you learn. Today you learn.
Now, before we get into the third song, we'll snarl on the mountainside, due to the dual guitar chops of Skid Row, I go back in time, back some 15 years to Manhattan, New York. I was working on Maxim Radio, yes, as in the magazine, on Sirius Satellite Radio, before it became Sirius XM, and Sebastian Bach was on a TV show. Actually, he was on 2 TV shows, one that I watched in the heart of reality TV and one that I did not watch. I watched Supergroup on MTV, and he and I, with Supergroup in tow, talked about the other television show.
Yeah.
Sebastian, how you doing, man?
What's up, dude?
How are you? Listen, we got the girl and the Cinco de Mayo fest ready to go. Scott, your
That's
thoughts?
what's going on. Can you put some on my wife too?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on over. We can put.
Dress her up.
She's like, I've had enough of the sour cream already, Sebastian.
Make some chimichangas out of her.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Some fajitas would be good,
Nacho
right? Am I
Grande.
talking right?
Some chick fajitas.
Yes. Now you're talking Sebastian Bach, Scotty. How are you guys doing? You
Good,
guys,
how are you?
It's fantastic. We were talking about the television show.
Right on.
And I mean Gilmore Girls. Are you on Gilmore Girls, Sebastian Bach?
Third season.
You've been doing 3 years of Gilmore Girls?
Yep.
We got a mic for Jason in here.
Yeah, let's bring Jason on over here. Waiting for him to get in. There he is.
Hello.
How's it going, sir?
I'm
You know
very
what?
good, thank you. How you doing?
It fucking blows my mind. The first Skid Row album is almost at 6 million. It's like 5.9 million just in the States.
Right.
And it came out in '88.
Right.
And 6 million people watch the Gilmore Girls every single episode. That's true.
That is true. That is kind of a weird point,
and
right?
I walk down the street and it's like, you're on the Gilmore Girls, man. And I'm like,
That's right, I am.
And that's Sebastian Bach. More where that came from, actually, that I will be posting within this post as I get you to listen to a game that me and my team came up with for Sebastian Bach and Supergroup in studio called Nail the Screamer. We give them an opportunity to hear some amazing rock vocalist scream for 2 seconds, and they have to guess who it is. It is a funny game to listen to. It was a funny situation to be in and watch, especially because we were all drinking tequila at the time as well. But I'm going to post that as well. It'll be an entirely separate clip for you here, a bonus, if you will, that comes with this podcast within the post at thebowershow.com. So go take advantage of that. Now, business first. This song set the tone for Skid Row's second album. They had traveled all over the world, seeing and experiencing different things. They say nothing was forced on this song. It's all 100% natural. Song number 3 on the Mount Rushmore of Skid Row songs. It's that monkey business here on Mount Rockmore.
Well, outside my window, there's a whole lot of trouble coming. The cartoon killers and the rank of the clones. Stack heels kicking a rhythm of social circumcision. I can't close the closet on a shoebox full of bones. the society. The hypocrite all beating cheap alibis. I can't get you by that monkey.
It's that opening riff, man. That's what gets me on that song. And when they put it back in later in the song, And welcome back to the Mount Rockmore of Skid Row. I'm Bauer, and as we approach the summit for our fourth and final carving, let's be sure to salute those songs in Skid Row's arsenal that didn't make it. In the butte to your right, the dried up and hollowed out remains of Piece of Me. If you are at all prone to sickness, nausea, if you get squeamish, you should turn away now as the rats tear away what's left of the wasted time carcass in Power Ballad Gully. Let's pour one out for the homies. It's time to get back to carving the fourth and final Bic lighting track. Skid Row's Mount Rockmore continues next.
Coming out of the Oprah Winfrey Show yesterday, the beloved talk show host made the announcement that she's going to invite fans to be buried along with her in her tomb upon her death.
This is so exciting, and joining us right now with details is our own entertainment reporter, Alex Blair. Good morning, Alex.
Hi there, guys.
Hi, Alex.
Eternity with Oprah. What a treat. Now tell us how fans can get in on
Well,
this.
it's simple, you guys. The fans deemed worthy by Oprah's producers will be given a voucher for a one-way plane ticket to Chicago to use on whatever day in the future Oprah eventually dies. There, they'll be embalmed and have their bodies purified and wrapped in cloth by Dr. Oz himself.
Wow.
And then they'll be right in there with her in the main chamber.
Yep, the audience will be arrayed in a semicircle around Oprah's sarcophagus so that their souls can receive her wisdom even after death.
And Oprah's going all out, too, isn't she? Outfitting the tomb with some of her favorite things.
That's right. They'll be buried with 450 pairs of Dreamtime foot cozies and 80,000 bottles of Bliss Labs hand moisturizer, which they will use in the afterlife.
Right. It's going to be called the Oprah Midian, and it's being built right now by thousands of women who are excited for the chance to prove their devotion.
That's right, Jim. About 10,000 of her most loyal fans have already started digging the foundation and quarrying the marble that will be needed to build the tomb under the supervision of Oprah's best friend, Gayle King.
Of course.
Wow. Those ladies are working hard.
The Biz Dish sent a camera crew to the construction site this morning.
I already burned offerings to Oprah on my shrine at home, so this is a huge honor.
I will follow Oprah into the next world. I just hope that she's the one who administers the sleeping draft personally.
Now, I hear that Oprah had a lot of input on the design of the inner chamber.
Yep, and it was also her idea to adorn the south portico with a 60-foot-tall sculpture of her thyroid
What a great
to raise
idea.
awareness
Wow.
of thyroid health for
Sure.
women.
She thinks of everything.
She
doesn't
does.
Well, Alex Blair, thank you so much for joining us, as always.
Thanks, guys.
Now, competing daytime talk show host Maury Povich also unveiled plans for his death today. His body is going to be dumped into a trash pile on New York's Staten Island.
Breaking down the best four songs. This is Mount Rockmore.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Welcome back to this very special Mount Rockmore podcast. Why is it so special? Because I'm also offering up with this post on thebowershow.com your ability to check out a bit I did with Sebastian Bach some years ago when he was on a television show for VH1 called Supergroup. Scotty Ian from Anthrax, Jason Bonham was in. We had them competing against each other to try to determine who the screamer of the rock band was. They got 2 seconds to hear a song, a screamer from a band, had to guess who it was. You're going to want to listen to find out why Sebastian Bach said this about that game.
I'm quitting the music industry.
See, most people growing up in the 80s and 90s had heard this song at some point in time in their lives. Memorable lyrics like "Your crime is time" have been etched in their memories for decades. This song was ranked as the 60th best hard rock song of all time by VH1. It was first heard on Skid Row's self-titled album and reached number 4 on Billboard Hot 100 30 years ago. Your final spot on the Skid Row Mount Rockmore goes to, well, here's Bach for the win, talking about knowing that Skid Row had made it.
If we're talking about the first album, the last time I checked, you can double check this, but last time I checked, it was in the top 10 selling records in Atlantic Records history. The top 5 are like Led Zeppelin 4, Foreigner 4, AC/DC Back in Black. But Skid Row debut is like number 6 or number 7, up there with the greatest of the greats.
The fourth and final song is 18 in Life on the Skid Row Mount Rockmore.
He was a young boy, he had a heart of stone, lived not to find he moved his fingers to the bone. Just barely out of school, came from the edge of town, fought like a switchblade so no one could take him down. No, he had no money, no good at home, walked the streets a soldier and he fought the ones unknown and now it's 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, you know your crime is time and it's 18 in life to go. 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, you know your crime is time and it's 18 in life to go. KIHN his heartbeat, his face full of gasoline. It kept his motor running, but it never kept him clean. They say he liked adventure, red keys, the wild world. He married trouble, had a conscience with the gun. Bang, bang, shoot him up, but the body never ends. You can't think of dying when the bottle's your best friend in an hour. 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, you know your crime is time and it's 18 and a lot to go. 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, you know your crime is time and it's 18 in life to go. Accidents will happen, they all could make you say. He fired his 6 shots in the wind, that
Sweet baby Jesus, is that a good goddamn song? That's the song Snake says galvanized the writing partnership between he and Rachel. And as it came together, he said, I could tell that our partnership was real. We had a symbiotic sensibility, and we appreciated what we had as a writing team and the potential to reach people. The way it worked was that I had an idea for a song and where it could go, but that was in my head. Rachel took it a step further, and we developed the song from there. And boy, are we thankful that they did. Skid Row is on the Big Rock Summer Tour featuring legendary acts Rat, a future Rockmore artist, Cinderella, also a future Rockmore artist, Tom Kiefer from Cinderella and the band, Skid Row, of course, and Slaughter. You guessed it, future Rockmore artists. So, if you like every night of a tour complete with party anthems and power ballads, look for the Big Summer Rock Tour Caravan hitting more than 24 North American cities. And if we aren't all quarantined by then, I'll see you there as well. Hate my picks? Think you could do better? Well, tweet us at Mount Rockmore, at MTROCKMORE, and let me know. I might need you to help me co-host upcoming Rockmore. So tell your hair metal pals and coffee meet and softball dads. Fuck it, just tell everyone you know who's still thinking if it's too loud, you're too old. And yeah, my 12-year-old doesn't get it either. Tell those living the dream like us about this podcast. Subscribe, and we'll be here for your 35th high school graduation road trip. From Mount Rockmore, I'm Bauer. See ya.